asked me what I'm coaching, right? I said, bro, I'm coaching life. I said, bro, I'm coaching life. They asked me what I'm coaching, right? I said, bro, I'm coaching life. I said, bro, I'm coaching life.
Is making slow but steady progress more than a month after getting a heart transplant from a genetically modified pig.
We've never done this in a human.
Doctors at the University of Maryland School of Medicine are making medical history. The patient is 57-year-old David.
Yeah, man. My man got a pig heart. They made that.
I feel like that's going to be the start of the zombie apocalypse. That sounds damn near impossible, yo. They got a genetically mutated pig and put it in a person?
Not mutated. It's modified.
What?
Modified the pig to make it, I guess, humanish. And they grew it, and they put that in that nigga's heart. As his heart, as a replacement.
Yo, gonna be Morbius. He gonna turn into Morbius. Yo.
I enjoyed that story. I don't know why I enjoyed that story so much when I got it, because I was like, yo, what's happening?
It's a blessing. I'm glad if it works and he stays healthy.
Got the pork pig.
But it's like
the pork heart.
How is that possible? And what is that? Is that safe?
I can't even answer that. I just wanted to play the clip because it was hilarious to me. That was more
nuts.
where I was going with it.
It's fucking
shit
nuts.
Is wild, dog.
Shit is
Pig hearts.
Altered carbon.
Classic.
Altered carbon.
Yo, that's hilarious.
Yo, they changing this up with the animal pieces, man.
Yo, I didn't know.
Genetically modified pig heart.
Get a genetically modified pig heart and keep on trucking.
I thought that was a joke, man. That sounded like some shit from a movie.
Nah, we've been trying to make genetically modified people. It's pretty in style for the last couple of years.
Fucking wild, dog.
I'll wait till I'm introduced.
And yeah, without further ado, we got a fellow podcaster, family of the Coach Class podcast. Always been a big supporter for when was the first time you were on the episode? That was like 3 years ago, right? 4 years ago?
Had to be in our first year.
Man,
it was a while ago.
His first episode was in our first year.
It was not hundreds of episodes yet.
Yes.
Not hundreds of episodes yet.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's wild, dog.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, yo.
And everybody is spawning off and doing these great things, and it's so great, yo.
Yeah, yo. It's a good time, man.
Yes. Yeah. We have the good brother here, Desmond, of the You Heard Me podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is, again, like Mike said, legend. As far as as far as the people that I listen to in our area, definitely one of my most enjoyable listens.
Thank you, man.
It's tough to do individually, yo. Tell us about it.
Yeah,
tell us about
man.
You Heard Me.
Yeah.
Man, it's been fun, man. It's been a long time coming, and I think we finally hitting the stride now, man. So it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out, because I think now, like in the beginning, I was trying to be real focused on having guests and having different guests, especially every week. And it's hard, man. You got moving pieces. I don't have a studio.
Yeah.
You're trying to deal with strangers and stuff, especially before COVID.
Yes.
And trying to figure out where to pull up on somebody, or it's a weird etiquette to this shit as just a guy. You know what I mean? So it's like if you the Knuckleheads or what's the Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes one, All the Smoke or. And you already a guy and you already got a whole ass resume, connections and shit like that.
Professional athlete. Yeah. You know what I'm saying. Yeah.
So now you just the guy on the couch, that everybody's saying shouldn't have a podcast in the abstract, right? And
they was going in on us a few weeks ago.
Won't they? So man, but it's you just kind of got to just start going, you know what I mean? It's like I got shit to say and I want the people to hear it, so it's fun, and hopefully we'll upgrade over time, man.
It's great.
I appreciate y'all, man, big time. Mike, Rich, oh man, the stickers, hit me up if you want a sticker. At You Heard Me, dog. At You Heard Me, DAWG. But yo, we got some nice shit coming down the pike, yo. So I'm excited for it, yo. Make sure y'all tap in.
I mean, you've done some things on this podcast. Again, explain to us, I guess, like how did you come to understand that you would be best doing this by yourself? Like, when was that moment?
Man, I don't know if it was a moment in particular, but just kind of like you just have so many times where you move your schedule around to have a guest and they can't do the podcast.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And it's like So my original idea with the cast, a year before I actually dropped an episode, I had recorded like 25 episodes, and I was gonna drop the cast like Netflix, and I was gonna drop like 8 episodes at a time of different topics, and it was a lot. And I didn't have the technology or anything like that to actually like really be able to pull it off and the editing and all that. And they just weren't good. I didn't have a name. It just wasn't what I wanted it to be. So I just kept pump faking. Eventually I just did it. And to answer your question, Rich, it's just like you just gotta put your foot in the ground and go at some point. And it was just like, man, all right, like if the guests can come, they can come. If they can't come, I don't hold them. It's not like they don't owe me. You know what I'm saying? Like people's time is so valuable. You know, and that's where it's tough because it's like, man, I got a real job. I got a kid. I got this. I got that. I'm trying. So it's just like, man, don't move everything for me. This is the only time I could do it. If you can't do it, no love lost. Hopefully we can put it together. I've had some crazy guests so far, and when we get the next wave of guests, come on, man. I don't have the 3 mic setup yet. That's the only reason, man. You know what I mean? Unless we want to do the sing over the fire barrel, style on some doo-wop shit. We can do the cast like that.
We'll figure out a way. This is straight from humble podcast beginning.
So shoebox. We had shoeboxes. You remember them?
I do, yeah.
Shoeboxes. I almost wanted to keep that.
That's why we
to
so
keep
humble.
the feel of that.
Yeah.
But then I was like, no, we gotta get stands.
Do you have a picture of it at all?
I'm sure we do.
Man, you gotta throw that in the intro, yo. Throw that picture in the intro, man.
I'm sure we got that.
In Mom's basement. Thank you, Mommy, for believing and allowing something like that in your household. I appreciate that.
That's y'all through the wire video and shit.
Yeah.
Kanye got everybody inspired and shit.
Yo, I heard y'all was talking about the documentary last week, man. It's really like that?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I hate this nigga now. I don't like anything about this nigga right now. But that shit is nostalgic.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just too much.
And it makes you realize, like, regardless of his decision making, he is a legendary music icon, production wise, rapping wise, everything wise. Like, I remember when the graduation came out.
Do we want to get into this right now?
All right, no. I'm sorry.
We want to keep going in.
Yeah, we should.
Because I just want to talk about one or two more things with the You Heard Me.
Okay.
Because I was very proud when you did the branch off thing with the Raven shit.
Oh, man.
That's what I was saying. I wanted to say dual podcast,
Yeah.
but I'm like, do you consider that a second podcast or a subsection of your current podcast?
It's definitely a subsection.
I like that. See, you doing what you said you was going to do in the beginning now.
Yeah. I mean, man, I like a lot of different type of stuff, man. You know what I mean? But like the stuff that I like it a lot. You know what I mean? And it's not for everybody. And that's something that I struggle with, man. Shout out to my pops, actually, because my pops would be like, man, you losing me with all this video game shit, dude. Or like, you losing me with all this. Like, I don't care about, the Ravens left tackle and shit. I'm like, fair enough. You know what I'm saying? But I know there's a lot of people who do. You know what I mean? And I do. Most importantly, it's like I try to make the shit that I like. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm kind of going off, and making music, Mike, and all of that too. It's just like, man, you're gonna make what you like and what feels good for you, and the real is gonna find it, and hopefully it paves the way for some new opportunities. But like, I can't do some shit that I don't really want to do if I'm doing it in my spare time. You know what I mean? Like we're trying to be, if we want to have fun with it, let's do it for real.
It's a grind, but I appreciate the breakdowns because I am a diehard Ravens fan, just to the core. We've been going down that bitch since, 2000? That stadium or something like that?
Y'all got season tickets, right?
Yeah. So going down there since then.
Can I be honest, though?
Yeah.
But I just wanted to say, the breakdowns that you give, I appreciate that shit. I know you saying that people don't want to hear about the left tackle, but I don't pay attention to that. I'm one of those fans. Like, yo, why the fuck you ain't catch that? And then just that type shit. Like, I'm still into the game. I understand how the game works, but it's the depth that you give is what I appreciate most about it.
I appreciate that, man. I mean, I don't know if you going to say something too, Mike.
I was just going to say, as far as our Ravens fandom, I got to give that to Rich.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I never caught please. I was a Dolphins fan in middle school.
Okay.
I jumped on the Ravens.
Why the Dolphins?
Because I used to like Pet Detective.
Ace Ventura,
and
Pet Detective.
I liked Dan Marino and Chris Chambers when I was a kid.
Okay, Chris Chambers was a dog.
And Ricky Williams. So that was like, I rocked with that.
That was my squad on 2K5,
Yeah. And then
He used to run with them niggas on NFL Street.
Then my father had
Ricky Williams days.
the Ravens tickets, and he started like, because I didn't really like going to the games when it was cold and shit. My brother and my father would want to go, and I'd be like, hopefully somebody goes, so I don't gotta go. But then I started going down there, and I'm like, yo, I gotta be a fan. And then the Dolphins got really bad, and it just stopped coming on TV.
Bad.
Yeah,
Like,
the
I
Dolphins.
remember when Pat White got like knocked out. On
Steelers. Was that Clark or was that Ike Taylor that?
Did he try to truck him? I was like, why are you trying to bowl him over?
I just think he came incorrect going to the sideline, and he realized they wasn't playing. And at the last second, he kind of balled up, and I remember that shit.
That was bad.
Was it like 08, 09?
He never played
there?
again after that.
Yeah, but that's why you can't judge me though with my knowledge on the Ravens, because I know you and I admit I'm an honest guy. So if you get too deep on some stuff, I will not know.
Fair enough.
Like now I'll know, but that's like the last couple years. But like they be like, who caught the touchdown in the AFC Championship?
Yeah, hell yeah. Y'all know that. That's what I'm saying.
I'm like, I don't know.
Just a little bit deeper. Like I'm right here with the fandom. Y'all all the way right there with the understanding.
So you know what's funny is I feel like every 5-10 years you get a different like all right, so like back in the days, everything used to be like, well, this is this on steroids, like this is this on crack, and like and now it's like that's my ADD, or like now people be like, oh, this is my autism, like this is my autism right here, with no disrespect to the autistic, but like this is where I get like really deep in like I just see it and I just remember it. It's weird, you know what I'm saying? Like I can remember athletes by their number and their name pretty much instantly. And
on that Rain Man, I see what you're saying.
And like all right, it's a family
the Rain Man of football.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
So you might be
the Raven Rain Man,
but I'm not though. So this is what I'm saying, yo. This is what I'm saying. It's a line between people who really understand the sport of football and people who don't. And I don't consider myself in the line of people who truly understand the game of football. There's people who really understand the strategies and the terminology and all of that on a level that I don't. And like my little bit of time, my cup of coffee I had playing and not even playing and being on a team of a 1AA team before I got hurt, it was like, man, I didn't even know that this was what the sport was. Like they give you a playbook that's like 100 pages. And 40 pages of it is not plays. It's just like, this is what this word means. This is what blue means. This is what cherry means. And it's like, what the fuck? So it's when you watch the games, it's like you do see a different sport. Like you see something else that's happening. And like my wife is shout out to my wife. Because she just doesn't even pay me attention anymore, like when we're watching the games. It's like she's just like, yo, all right, Des, like, because I'll see some shit like at the snap. I'll see some shit at the snap, and I'll be like, touchdown, touchdown, and she'll just be like, and I'm like, yeah, like,
they need you, yo. They need this nigga Tony Romo with it. Like,
but shout out to my man Jaron. Shout out to Coach Maven, head coach Catonsville football.
Yo.
I wouldn't say if Jaron was sitting next to me, I would say I don't know. I'm sorry. If Coach Maven was sitting next to me, I wouldn't say I know anything about football.
I appreciate y'all episode.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he knows about football.
He definitely knows.
So I say that I am a like hardcore armchair casual. You know what I'm saying? With enough experience.
You said the amateur expert?
Yeah. With enough experience that somebody can't tell me I don't know what I'm talking about at all.
The amateur
Is somebody
expert.
already the amateur expert?
I don't know what that is.
You should coin that term, though.
I don't want to, yeah. Because that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to be a Ravens guy. Like, it's some shit that I do. And that's my team, and that's what I like to talk about. But, like, I don't want to be, like, I don't want a press pass at the Ravens.
That's why I like
I would like for a Ravens player to pull up on my live one day or something like that. That's the lane, you know what I'm saying?
And of course, Nitty Gritty and them, they be going.
Y'all need to tap in with Nitty Gritty.
It's gonna happen one day, man. We're gonna put it together.
Tap in. Y'all are sports guys, man.
We're gonna have some of them come through. We actually had a few of them come through, of course, before visuals.
Right.
We're gonna get them through on the visuals.
Hell yeah. Well, I appreciate y'all, man. Big time again, man. Yeah. From day one, man, y'all been behind me, man. So I really, really fuck with y'all. Oh, yeah. Appreciate this shit, man. Let's get after these topics, man. What y'all got for us this week, man?
Also, before we get into that, fuck Madden. I appreciate his breakdowns. He saved me a lot of money over the days. Because I was one of those guys that would go buy it for no reason. And he told me, stop doing that. But we can go ahead. Let's get into these topics.
I suggested it.
So, first off, I was at the barbershop yesterday, yo, and I told him I was going to slander him. So, Randall, we had the conversation in the barbershop. He said The Last Dragon is not a good movie, and I'm upset with him. Everybody in the barbershop was upset with him.
Give it to me. Why do you say
Granted,
why?
he said it's a black classic, but he said it's an overall bad movie. And I took the plot when Zay broke it down to me, like basically it's in you. The power is in you. Like you remember in the beginning, the sensei told him like, yeah, you have reached the final level or something like that. And then he was like, but master, I gotta find whatever the master.
For something the conduit.
He was
to give
looking
it
for what was
the
already
glow.
in him, and that's fire, bro. That was a great movie, and for 1985,
Come on, yo. Why would you say that's a
he said it
bad
was
movie?
a bad movie. Do you think it's a bad movie?
Yes.
Oh my god, bro.
But from if we ask the question from like a Rotten Tomatoes standpoint, you know what I'm saying? Like if you were to grade it objectively, it is obviously a bad movie. But there's so many movies you could say that for. That's
I'm like,
amazing movies and necessary movies.
Like
I
fucking
would say, I don't really cut you off. What's subjective about a movie? It's a piece of art.
yeah.
So
Man, I love
Who's
it.
setting the standards, yo?
I love it.
so
Who's setting the standards is the real question.
I think the industry sets the standards. Like I think other acting performances will set a standard of like what's so like if I look at Denzel getting whipped in glory and then I look at Shonuff having a soliloquy. It's two different lanes,
type of-
right?
yeah.
It's two different lanes. But I still have to say that they're at the end of the day pieces of film, right? Like, do you hold the Mona Lisa up against a Picasso? Like ultimately you do.
But it's
and
all art.
it comes down to a matter of opinion.
That's why they have different categories when they give out awards. They
Right.
give two completely different movies. I
Yeah.
feel like, personally, for that lane of movie
Great.
and the message behind
Yo,
it,
great.
that movie's hard.
Top.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Tier.
I love The Last Dragon.
That's so completely different. It's like I wouldn't even think to even mention those in the same.
But you asked the question like, what is objective?
I can
And
see
I'm just trying to like set a stage for that conversation. So I'm not saying what like that. Like I love Eddie Arcadian going crazy in The Last Dragon. Like The Last Dragon is my shit. Fucking Vanity is one of the baddest bitches of all baddest females of all time.
All time.
Stop
Vanity
playing with me.
is
But they
beautiful.
asked me a
time.
question of like,
So
do I think it's a good
my
movie?
boy
And it's
out there
like,
doing it.
No,
but yes.
My woman.
Like
My thing is
moves.
this: I would
Getting the
never
moves
tell
on.
anybody to them like what's your opinion of it. That's crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
But like when we talking about like art like that, this is my personal opinion.
Yeah.
I feel like I be feeling like Cameron should have got a Grammy for playing Rico. It's an iconic
He'll get an Oscar,
role.
yeah.
But objectively speaking, if we going
Yeah,
by
Oscar,
how
yeah.
Hollywood sets it, he would never win that role because a lot of that stuff is politicking and stuff. I don't listen to Rotten Tomatoes and none of them.
Fair enough.
A lot of times I watch them like, yo, that was pretty solid film. But according to whoever's in those rooms, how they view a movie is way different. So it's really like when it comes to art, it's like no standard for the end of that. Yo.
Yeah.
Now you can tell something that's really horrible because there is some basic structure. That's a whole nother conversation. Yeah.
Is it though? Right? And there are plot holes in The Last Dragon, right?
Oh, yeah,
There's
for
plot
sure.
holes in
For
Paid in
sure.
Full. There's plot holes in Belly, but like Belly could have won an Oscar for cinematography. It couldn't have won a single Oscar
Belly
for
is a bad
acting.
No,
I'm giving
screenplay
that,
would
though.
definitely not right.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying, bro. It's
Yeah, I
like,
get that.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's,
But I
I don't
feel
know
like-
what the rubric is.
It just, I guess it would. I would have to know what the budget was for production, the different type shit like that,
Yeah.
because I don't know what they had to work with. Because what they produced, based upon what I think they had to work with back in those days, that's a fucking masterpiece to me, son.
So,
Like, yo,
okay.
that's how I feel about it, and they did an excellent
Amazing
fucking
soundtrack.
job.
Yeah.
It's everything,
Fire.
the comedy in it.
I love The Last Dragon.
I
love watching The Last Dragon.
I feel like
everybody loves it.
I love to watch The Last Dragon.
I feel like the conversation we're having though is like trying to compare like as far as what he's saying like as it's art and all movies are different. That's like comparing like Shawshank Redemption to like Django. Like,
Yes, that's fair.
you can't. But they're still great.
So I'm not a film guy like that. Like I don't profess to be a crazy movie buff, but I've seen enough movies, right? And it's like I like enough hard movies.
I'm not a cinephile at all, but I love movies.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna like Ant is the movie guy,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Ant has
Ant's
seen every
movie
movie.
guy,
I see 2 movies a year, and one of them is animated.
And he
at
breaks
this
it
point,
down.
right?
He breaks it down like in detail.
No, you know whole scenes, everything. Like
So-
lines, actors' names. I'm terrible with all
Yeah.
that. Producers.
So let me ask y'all this:
Shout out to Big Pod too.
Do y'all absolutely? Do y'all top fives? Are y'all top 5 movies like genre agnostic?
Oh, I don't even have
Nah,
it.
Or like-
I don't
I'm
even
not
have
that
it.
deep.
I don't even have it.
Zay probably is that deep, but I'm not that deep.
I don't even have it. Like one of my favorite movies, Probably if I'm thinking off the top of my head, Most Def was in this joint. It was a wild joint. Space.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
That's one of my favorite fucking.
That was an
movies.
excellent film.
I never
like
seen
I don't
that
know
movie.
why I
I
fucking
like that
love
movie.
that movie.
I thought you were going to say Bamboozled.
This movie is crazy. Most Def is in this shit going, wow. Like, I never would have expected
Yo.
this nigga to be able to act
Mos
like
Def
that
is
in
hard,
a
yo. He's
fucking weird
talented.
space
He's a
movie.
talented individual.
I even started reading a book based on this movie. I don't
Yeah.
do that.
Nah.
I don't
Mos
really
Def
do
was
that.
actually
Yeah.
cool in there, dog.
I fuck with Most Def.
nah,
It's
heavy.
like a sci-fi.
That's up there as like one of my top movies. Just
That's good.
I don't know where to place
And the
that.
guy, who was the? Was he in Lord of the Rings later on? The guy, the white dude that was in. I can't remember his name.
I think he
though.
did play one of the Hobbits.
Yeah. Great.
I could be
film.
wrong. We might be mixing up white people. That's what we do here.
We're not cinephiles.
That's what
I
we
said
do
it
here,
earlier.
man.
You got to make a lot of disclaimers.
Yeah.
That's why I like.
so that
I would
people
love to
don't
be
get
able to
uncomfortable
branch
and start
off and
crying.
do a review style thing of a nigga that don't really understand much, just giving a fucking review of
But
shit.
that would be the perspective of most people. That's
Real
what,
review.
that's what you need.
And this is where I'm coming with the Raven shit, yo. Like I feel like there's a space,
Yeah.
because if you think about it, like everything is now like person to person shit, right? So it's like, I don't know, man. It seems more relatable to me to hear somebody who's like,
Yes.
I don't know nobody who's there. I'm
wanna be
sitting there
able to
watching it too. This is what I
identify
think.
with
Like,
this person.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Exactly.
But with these movies, let me ask you this: how y'all feel about foreign movies, yo?
Foreign movies?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like them.
Yeah.
I like them. Well, it wasn't a movie, but Squid Game, I really like that.
Was
show.
it hard? It was like that.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I gotta get into it, man. I got a backlog of shit I'm trying to watch, but yo, some of my favorite movies are 100% foreign films, yo.
What's the one?
Yo,
Like, you
the
can think of
one
right now, if you had to
off the
pick
top of my head, City of God. That's my favorite movie of
Okay,
all
I've
time.
seen that.
Oh, okay,
It's my
yeah.
favorite movie
Yeah, I've
of all
actually
time.
seen that. That's a good ass.
And it's my favorite movie of all time.
Actually, it was a young lady that actually had me watch that. She was like, "You never seen this?" I was like,
Yeah.
"No, I've never seen it."
Yeah.
Watch it. Right
It's,
now.
it's,
No, that's
Turn it
definitely-
on.
what's your favorite part of that,
Shit,
yo?
I can't remember.
Can't remember, yo.
Yeah, we watch movies once. Bro.
Like,
I'm with
this
you.
one
I'm with you.
time,
That-
that's the other thing. My dump out is the problem.
Yo,
Yeah.
exactly.
I can't remember
Exactly.
anything after that.
That's why, and I feel like TV shows now have gotten movies off the block in my house. It's just like, yo, I can watch a 10-hour movie or I could watch a 2-hour movie. It's like, I'm gonna watch this 10-hour movie. Get that whole crazy HBO story sometimes. If I'm really sit down, I gotta get into the snowfall too. But if I'm gonna really sit down, it's gonna be TV now over a movie.
Ooh, I'm behind on Snowfall. It did just drop the new season.
Yeah, I gotta watch that this weekend. Yeah,
I gotta catch up too.
Well, if y'all have Netflix, y'all should. It's a slasher film. It's not good, but it was really violent, and some of the kills were amazing in it. They dropped a new Texas Chainsaw Massacre on Netflix. This is probably like the 12th or 13th installment, but it's violent.
okay.
It's violent, yo.
Yeah. I had somebody tell me not to watch that at all.
Extra
It's terrible.
violent.
It's an actually horrible movie.
It's hard. It's horrendous.
Horrendous movie.
But
I'm not gonna watch a violent movie that's also
What slasher
horrendous.
film was Oscar worthy? Like, stop it. I hate when people do be overcritical
That's a valid
about
opinion.
slasher films. Like, nigga, it's a slasher. What slasher? Even Scream and shit like that. It's not like that. That movie was riveting.
But
Like,
you know what I
don't
watched?
Stop it.
I watched again recently. It fucked
Yeah.
me up again.
The original or
Yeah,
the, or the
The
recent
new
one?
one.
The
The
recent one.
original
was
one
scary.
was scary as hell. I
The original
hated that
was scary,
shit.
bro.
But
Back in the day, that freaked me out, yo. I
this
was
new
scared.
one, even the new one's got me a little bit. I don't fuck with that nigga It like that.
The clown, yo.
Yeah.
Yo, the clown be getting you.
Yeah, the clown. When he
Yo,
had,
as a kid, I wasn't allowed to watch a lot of those movies as a kid, so I missed out on like all the Jasons and Freddys and all of that shit.
Oh.
And it came back, and they have like Halloween
the
shit on
same type.
FX. I was like, why did anybody watch these movies? I'm like, 14, 15 at the time. Here's another one: is how do you rate horror movies? Because I've seen about 2 horror movies that are like good movies to me.
Man, we could do a whole episode on
Yeah.
this. I don't
I
even
love horror films. It's some good
But
horror
I will
movies.
say, when you doing movies, you gotta
But-
rank them
Yeah.
in the you gotta rate them in the
In their
genre.
class,
Yeah.
Once
right?
you do that, there's a basic
Yeah.
structure that you can kind
And
of
it's still
follow
subsections
after
within
that.
that.
I agree. I
Because
agree.
with horror,
It's
like
also
it's
subjective, but,
different between like
you really gotta
Insidious
take
and
it
a
within the
slasher.
movies. Like, 'cause
Yeah.
you got horrors, you got thrillers, and you got thriller horrors.
I agree.
It's a whole
Yeah.
But that's fun. Like that's a whole nother.
We gotta
type
do
of
that
thing.
at some
I
time.
love movies.
We gotta
Now,
do that.
now I'm gonna ask y'all. I feel like it's a stunning amount of people who don't even know about this movie. Do y'all remember the movie with Paul Walker called Running Scared?
Yes.
That's like one of my favorite movies of all time.
The action joint.
It was kind of an action movie. It was kind of
Did
a
he
horror
put
movie. It
somebody
was kind of a
on-
comedy movie. It was like a
I'm
gangster
trying to
movie.
remember that. I remember Paul Walker being in this.
Yo, he had a kid.
truck?
It was.
Was Justin Timberlake in that John too? I'm like,
you
yo,
talking
I'm
about-
You know
trying
who
to
else was in it, yo? The mom off of Bates Motel. and she's also in some other shit. She's in like American Horror Story or something. She's in all the horror shit now. She's the mom in Bates Motel. She was Paul Walker's girl.
Blockbuster, so I remember seeing that title.
Yo, I have the Blu-ray. I will 100% let y'all hold that bitch. It is one of the hardest movies I ever seen in my life. Yeah.
Remember it.
It's so hard. Yo, it came out in like 06.
Yep, Running Scared, 06, Paul Walker.
I was definitely at Blockbuster. I remember
Yeah, I
seeing
do
that
remember this
title.
cover, but I
I'll
don't
bring
think I
y'all
have it.
the Blu-ray,
seeing
yo.
that title.
Y'all pull up and get it.
I
yo.
got Tubi. I can
Yo, watch it
for free.
today, please, yo.
Yeah, I might fuck with that today.
It's
Got a 41 on Rotten Tomatoes if we were gauging off of that.
exactly what I was going back to. In the
But I
first
was gonna
place, yo.
ask, what's Rotten Tomatoes?
I don't
like,
know.
That's
criteria?
exactly
You
what
said
I'm
it's
saying,
based on
yo.
who's
You
in
gotta
the
figure out
room.
the criteria.
But this is
I need
exactly
to know
what
that.
that's exactly why I ask, like, how do you say what's a good movie and a bad movie? Like, I don't know, man. Like,
All
Roadhouse
subjective at
is
the
one of
end.
my favorite movies. It's a
Roadhouse.
terrible
I love
fucking
Roadhouse.
It's a terrible movie.
Roadhouse.
And I love that shit. You know what I'm saying?
DVD, I got a hard copy.
Come on, son. Like, I fucking Roadhouse came out on my date of birth, bro.
Really?
I was born on the day Roadhouse came out, so I'm built different. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
so it was made for you.
So it's got Patrick Swayze and G, yo. You go.
That's that type of shit. I gotta watch it. I don't even remember that. I don't even know.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
I probably have
I've
seen
seen
it though.
it.
That's
Oh,
the
my
sick
God.
part
I know
about
y'all-
it. I've
y'all would
seen
love
so
Roadhouse.
much.
Roadhouse is so hard.
Well,
Roadhouse. I just remember it was an episode of Family Guy where he kept saying that Roadhouse.
Yeah.
He just kept saying that. Yo. He was like roundhouse kicking a nigga or some shit like that. Peter, I think, he just kept saying
That
Roadhouse.
pain don't hurt.
Yeah.
I love Roadhouse, yeah.
Oh man!
Shout out to the vintage Family Guy too, yo. Like, people don't give that show as much credit as it deserves.
Nah, Family Guy
back
was-
in the
Now-
day.
Now you're
Back in
talking
the
my
day, it was
language.
great.
Now you're talking my
Back in the day, it was great. Like,
So when did you have you been watching Family Guy the whole way through?
I haven't been.
Yeah,
I
we
started
started from
years
the beginning.
and years ago.
But we
I
stopped,
like,
and then we would catch up, and I would just kind of like get it intermittently
Why
throughout.
does
But
ca-
I've never
I
watched a full season. I haven't watched this full season.
I
in a
probably
long
stopped
time.
like 6-7 years ago
been a
now.
long
Like,
time.
I haven't seen anything recent.
I'd like to hear what you got to say though.
Yo. Shout out to all of my homeboys and anybody who knows me and knows the amount of times I've quoted old Family Guy over the years. Yo, I was obsessed with that shit in high school,
Hilarious, bro.
When it came back on Adult Swim with Futurama in like 03, I want to say, maybe 02, 03, it came back out on Adult Swim and it got canceled. A lot of people forget Family Guy got canceled after like 2.5 seasons.
Oh.
And funny story too, Family Guy came out after the Super Bowl of the Broncos and the Packers.
Oh, wow.
Like it came out like Super Bowl ended. John Elway was holding up the trophy.
I do remember
Like right
I
into
do
it.
remember that.
That's why
I
your
do
memory is
remember
wild.
that.
Yo, I was sitting in a hotel with my
That
mother.
Rain Man
I was
shit.
sitting in a hotel with my mother in like right as soon as you drive into DC on New York Avenue, it's a Days Inn right there.
I know exactly what you talk. Somebody got smoked there recently.
But I'm talking about this is 99. This is 99. It used to be the super duper trenches, yo.
Yeah,
before it's Whole Foods and shit now, that shit used to be the super trenches, yo. We got somebody told us we was crazy for going to that Wendy's before. This is what I'm talking about like a long time ago.
Like I said, somebody died there recently.
Visiting that bitch. Anyway, we watched the Super Bowl. The show came on. 5 minutes into the show, my mother was like, no, absolutely not. Turns it off.
that?
Couple years later, it's on Adult Swim. I'm obsessed. I've taken all my checks. I'm buying Family Guy DVDs that I still have right now in the box set, like in front of my TV right now type shit. Yo, Family Guy was my absolute shit, but South Park came and got them off the block.
Really?
So magnificently, yo. They had a series
I
called The
enjoy
Cartoon Wars, yo.
Oh.
They shot a deuce all over Family Guy forehead about the. I don't even want to go. I'll have a whole ass episode like Zay will with horror about South Park and Family
I don't
Guy.
know
I've
about
heard your
South Park. I
breakdowns
can't
of
lie.
South Park. I've watched their movies. I've never really been invested
know
enough
that,
to
yeah.
go all the way through the seasons. But people that love South Park,
Yeah.
yeah,
Cult family.
That's that
families.
shit.
I don't know nothing about
it's funny.
South Park.
I'm
It's not a
gonna
cult
hold you.
fan base, fam. It's what holds
funny.
Comedy Central up. Like South Park.
It's funny.
South Park is the problem is people remember it from the beginning of like, oh my God, they killed Kenny and all the ridiculous shit. It was only that for like the first 2 seasons. It's been 25 seasons, and the last 8-9 seasons have been a whole different shit where they keep one
It's
storyline
different. That's
the
a
whole
different
season.
fan base. That's
Yeah.
different type
Yo,
shit.
they had an iconic moment with Kanye. Like they've
it's
broken
different.
a lot of like
It's different
iconic
shit that
moments.
they-
They've called everything when they had P Diddy vote or die, motherfucker vote or die. Come, I mean, they've called every. They had a transgender episode when Kyle was trans Negro because he couldn't play basketball, so he got Negroplasty, and his dad wanted to be a dolphin, so he got dolphinoplasty. This was in 2003. This was in 2003.
Look what we.
Chill,
They talk about the Simpsons was on everything. Like it's been South Park, bro.
They was different with it. I like the writers, whoever's in there doing that shit. That's dope. Man.
Everybody gets it on South Park. That's what has shaped my sense of
I
humor
don't
for
even
real.
know how you do that type shit.
What's mad funny is my favorite joint was when they said the aliens, the illegal aliens was coming. They was real aliens. They took our job.
The people coming from the future, the goobacks.
Y'all gotta watch that shit.
No, I've
Come on,
watched
son.
it. Like I've watched like I said, the movies. Like I said, I've never been invested enough to go all the way through a season. But I've always heard people say, "This is what you need to watch."
Yeah.
If you're gonna watch, because I love Rick and Morty.
Okay.
I was like that, super
That show's
invested on
hilarious.
Rick and Morty.
That show's
Because that
hilarious.
fucking like those little sprinkles of comedy that they have in there, it be the minor shit that be having me
Extra
dying.
funny.
It don't even be the full episode.
Extra
It's just
funny.
the minor shit that be happening.
You know who you mentioned who reminds me of Rick and Morty is Most Def. Like Rick and Morty is like the Most Def of TV shows and
Come
shit.
on,
It's like 2 albums,
It's
but
one
they
of
the
my
most
favorite
fire
shits.
shits of all time. It's undeniable.
20
You know what I'm saying?
minutes, it's like 26 minutes long of gold.
They just put the most recent season on HBO
Yes.
like last week. So
I've
me and the
watched
wife.
it, but I'm going
Yeah.
back to watch it. I
Yeah.
know I will.
That's
I
the
love
problem
it.
is we always got to watch the last like 4 or 5 episodes of the last season before we jump in the new one. And then we fuck. I mean, but we gonna get after it for real.
It's a lot of shit
Rick and
out
Morty
there,
is
man.
tremendous.
Yeah. You watch Abbott Elementary?
Yo, she's been watching it, and I've been catching it over the shoulder in my 2K games and whatnot. Cause we got the dual
gotta get
TV
all
set up,
caught
yo.
up. You gotta
We're
get all
gonna
caught
talk
up.
a little bit about it though
Yo,
in this episode.
So
Get all caught up. It's amazing.
it looks like it's pretty damn good, yo.
It's like you see Dwight Schrute back there. The Office is one of my favorite shows of all time.
Okay.
He brought up like, yo, this is like The Office, but like more black people. Like
Yeah.
great show.
Yeah.
Still funny. Written well.
Yo, is the
excellent, bro.
Is the one teacher? Is she the aunt off of Jumanji? You know what I'm talking about? Like the Spanish. Is that who that is? Because I recognize her voice, yo. The one
She's in
teacher.
a lot of stuff, yo.
You know what I'm talking
about? Yeah, I think she.
Damn, I think she might have been the art on Jumanji.
Is she the one that was with David Allen Greer?
I think she was in a few.
You said she was in Parent Trap. I think that's what my wife said too, yo.
Yeah, she's been
Yeah,
in a bunch of
yeah,
things. Like,
yeah.
I'm like, yo,
Dope.
she put in work, yo.
Yo, I love
All
her,
of
yo.
them,
Yeah.
the mom from Moesha, she was in a bunch of stuff too. Like they got some really good people in there to
They figured it out, yo.
curve around like Quinta as she's coming out with her debut type joint.
It's funny seeing everybody hates Chris there too as the heartthrob of the show, yo. That shit
And
had
it's
me
great though. It's
dying,
it's
yo.
hilarious.
Like I said, previous episodes, I identify heavily with that nigga.
Yeah.
Until this episode.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Spoil it.
Why is this nigga eating boiled chicken sandwiches?
That's funny. That's funny. That's just adding comedy to it.
I know it is, but I don't. That's the only thing I don't identify with that nigga.
But you saw on it. You might.
I
don't
give
care,
that
bro.
away.
Go ahead.
I gotta give that away,
But
yo.
the
I'm
spin on
sorry.
it. But
It
the
just
spin
blew
on
me,
it
yo. I
afterwards,
didn't
though,
expect.
you remember when?
No, I get
Shorty
it.
ran
I
up on
knew.
him at
I'm
the
just
end.
saying. I had to do it up.
Oh, you
for
want to
the,
get pizza? He was like, yeah. let's
What
get
the
pizza.
fuck is a boiled chicken sandwich, Mike?
I never
Don't
even
skip
heard of
around the
boiled
topic.
I
What
never
is
heard of
that?
boiled chicken sandwich. I didn't even know.
It's
you could
no
boil chicken
seasoning
like
on that. He said he don't put no
I
salt,
know people that
nothing.
boil the chicken before they cook it.
What the
like,
fuck does that taste like?
That's what you give your dog when they get like an upset.
Yes.
stomach. Dog owners know it.
Yeah.
Y'all know.
Yeah, I'm
Your
like,
dog making that stupid, the little face they make when they about to really get it in. You gotta, you know they about to throw up. I hate when they put pictures up of that dog doing that and they saying they smiling. Like, no, that nigga's about to throw up
Yo,
immediately.
did you see the little shit on
he ate some
Instagram?
shit he wasn't supposed to.
And he's about to
now
let
this
it go.
nigga's tripping. He's gonna hurl everywhere.
They had that dog with the big ass head. He just poked his head in between the people that was driving and just said, God,
Yeah.
yo, I was
Listen,
dying.
man.
Yo, puke is the funniest shit.
But that's
of all time
also
to me.
because people try to feed their dogs like table food, lots of it. Like, yo, they not built for that, bro. They going, I've never seen, even when our dog used to throw up, it used to be some nasty shit he ate some outside. It's not supposed to be no
Real projectile Earl,
It's
yo.
not
Like, yo,
supposed
what
to be a
y'all
human
feeding y'all dog?
Giving y'all dog filet of fish.
Sugar cookies and shit.
I'm not gonna lie. Like our first dog, yo.
Giving them everything.
Down here, yo.
Y'all was giving them scraps. It was getting whatever was left.
This nigga was eating chalupas and shit.
It was eating ribs and
So funny
shit.
now because
you had to
we
let
got our
rest
dog
of my hot
Mel,
pocket.
And we know all the stuff. This goes for his body, that body. But I'm just thinking about when I was younger.
Yeah.
They give a fuck.
Niggas eating cheese
He
puffs.
loved every bit of it.
Hell
And as a
yeah,
kid, 'cause
they'll
you
eat
love the dog,
anything.
you'll give it food anyway.
Yeah.
I
Man,
used to
man.
get that nigga bacon everything.
Yo, I used to intentionally, when I made a lunch meat sandwich, break a piece
a
of
little
cheese
bit
and
of little ham and
pretend I
cheese
dropped
all
it
sprinkled
every
in. Oops,
time I
my
made
bad.
a sandwich for my guy,
That nigga
bro.
was eating
Because if you let him
good.
know, I'm giving you this, he would just press you every time you made a sandwich. But if he like, I snuck and got this,
Yeah.
and I let him sneak every time.
Yo, I'm about to get a dog soon for the first time.
What you looking at?
It's like a child though.
If
Bro.
you don't gotta give it the
pee and
details
poop
if it's
and
one.
doing wild
Like a
stuff.
child.
But
Nah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's the limitation of whatever the complex will allow. I think, and little dogs to me are just cats.
I'm gonna show you the one I want. I almost.
I
got
like
this
little
dog.
dogs now. I ain't
Do
gonna
you?
lie. Yeah,
They
yeah.
all mean to me. Yo. I've never been around but like one or two
My mom's dog is a bit
cool
mean.
little
He's
dogs.
mean.
Yo. Every little
But-
dog
but
I've
he's
been
cute.
around.
My dog is small. He had all the time.
My
Every
parents'
single one of them little
Well,
motherfuckers.
I
yo.
would say my parents' dog does good with people, but if
Yeah.
he smell like another dog on you or like you just being weird, he's gonna be mean.
He's gonna-
be
yeah,
upset.
they all-
Bacon would just walk up to everybody
the one
like,
I
yo,
was-
pat my head, thank you.
This is the one I always wanted, yo. It's called a blue
Okay.
healer. It's a
Okay.
cattle dog.
Yeah.
It's built for niggas like me. They individual niggas. They don't like anybody, but
That
they
look like
masters.
a dog that would be on like
is
Forrest Gump or
me,
something.
dog.
he just
Because,
running
dog,
the dog, jump up
they
on his
like
shoulder.
half-
Homeward Bound 2 and
Yeah,
shit.
Half
on
athletic.
one knee and it just jump on his
Yeah,
shoulder.
yeah. I was about to train that nigga. I was about to have that nigga outside with the fucking frisbee and shit.
Yeah.
I was definitely gonna be one of them niggas out
you
there.
look
I
like the guy
almost
that
did
was
it.
at the Ravens
I was
halftime show
talking
this
to
year.
a nigga in West Virginia. I was about to do it. I was like, I can't do this because I
You
don't
gotta be
know
able
when
to
I'm gonna
take
go
care
back.
of
To,
him.
I don't know when
you
I'm gonna
got-
be able to go back
that
to work.
shit, it's really like a child. Like you really gotta have
Also,
the schedule a lot.
they need
where,
a lot
he
of
gotta
feel.
Go pee, he gotta go outside.
They
he
need a
gotta
lot
walk
of they need a lot of activity. They need to be able to
And
just
if you don't-
run.
if you don't-
They
if a
cattle
dog like that
dogs.
don't have that
Yeah, they need to
activity,
be
he gonna be bad as
outside.
shit.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And he'll be tearing shit up. You know, like I was thinking about getting a female one, so she would have been tearing shit up. But that's the one time I could have used the B word right there, but I didn't apply it because it would have been applicable.
Oh wow,
saying?
that was deep.
But I didn't do it.
Yo,
Respect.
y'all was right too on the boxing match. Yo.
Oh, did we want to say anything else about Abbott?
Oh yeah,
Before we get off that?
more. I bet. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Did you at least like the last episode? You
I
told me
love
to
it.
Watch it.
And the janitor, like I called it,
flipped
is
it.
still the funniest guy, bro. Like the way he checked him when he didn't like the pizza was the funniest
Yo,
shit.
he got tight.
He got busy this episode.
Yo, Fred, what you just say? He walked
That's
in there,
another
he
thing.
walked
Who the
in
fuck don't like pizza? You don't like pizza? I don't want to say that. Anymore.
How is that possible, bro?
Yo,
Yeah.
what human
It's
doesn't
some-
like?
What
it's some
city does
people
that take
don't like
place?
pizza.
Nah, I'm not with that.
What
I don't
city-
want you around me.
What city is that show in?
It's in Philly,
Philly.
but he's from Baltimore.
Philly got banging pizza.
Yes.
They wildin'.
That's why they making the jokes, yo.
Exactly. It works well on the episode.
That's
You
crazy.
don't understand.
That's all right.
Once it happens.
Excellent writing though.
Nah,
Like you said, that means
crazy.
a lot.
It's
It does
crazy.
a lot for a show because it's never like the episodes be over something that's so small, but
Yeah.
it makes it amazing, bro. Like,
Yeah.
literally excellent.
But where you had it? You was about to go somewhere. With
Oh, I was talking about my bad. Oh, Kel Brook and Amir Khan.
Are we going to boxing?
Yeah, I just wanted to say y'all was right, yo.
Amir Khan still boxing?
Kel Brook beat his ass, yo.
Folded him.
Okay. Well,
Did you see the
He
tweet I
beat
put
his
up?
ass. He was beating him up the whole time. though. I'm like, damn, yo. I thought it was going to at least be like.
Did you see my tweet
Trippy.
though? I said before the fight, Kel Brook in 6.
Y'all was saying it on the episode last week too.
He folded that nigga in 6.
He got.
Immediately.
That's
it was
crazy
over.
you
I
called
knew
the
it.
exact
Amir
round.
Khan.
how old is he now?
Once
Amir
I
Khan?
seen that
They
nigga
gotta both
punching
be up there now.
candles to
They
show
was
his
fighting.
hand speed, I knew it
10
was
years
over
ago,
for him.
probably.
That was when he was
He
showing
was
his
blowing
hand
candles
speed.
out?
Yeah, with the hand speed.
Yeah.
Or some fucking Jean-Claude Van Damme type shit. Or
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
like, nah, nigga, you about to get knocked out. I know it. I knew it. And I knew he was faster than Kel Brook. Everybody knew that, but he don't got no power behind them fast ass punches.
He should've
For a
not-
nigga that take punches,
Yeah.
and he can't take a punch.
Yo, I think honestly, when you get some boxers, when they get hit with like that one knockout, that's
Yeah,
like
the real
damn,
one- the real one
not
to do
just
it
like
to.
oh he clipped me on my temple or something.
I'd like
a
to hear.
nigga
Has anybody ever done
really-
an interview on that? I'd like to see if I can find
Yo,
an interview on that. Like
I
somebody
feel
that
like
talk
you don't
about
bounce back the same
first
after
time you
those.
got that check. Like what happened?
Granted, I've never
after
boxed,
that.
but I love boxing.
Because you were nice as hell until you got knocked the fuck out. Is it like a defense type thing where like say if you tear your ACL, some people say you don't come back from that the same as shifty as you were before.
I
Is it
believe
same
it.
type thing,
What
same
we-
type effect.
What be worse with boxing is when you take a beating
Yeah.
you rather get knocked out like a flash
yeah.
knockout. And I think the fight that did it for him was when he fought Maidana. He won that fight.
But he beat his ass.
Maidana got heavy hands.
Yeah, and he's so unorthodox.
And he took that punishment for 12 rounds.
I saw that with Broner.
Then he fought Danny Garcia, and his equilibrium wasn't right because Danny hits hard, and Danny didn't knock him out cold, but Danny was hit. He kept knocking him to the ground. It's the accumulation more so than the one punch knockout.
You're right.
Unless it's a really lethal, and then that's how you see people that
like when Canelo
and stuff like that. No, I'm talking about like people that really like they hit you in the really bad spot, like.
Oh yeah.
But typically it's the accumulation. It's not the one punch. It's the accumulation. But that's what happened with Amir Khan. I'm telling you, this is how you know Maidana got hard punching power. Remember, Adrian Broner was never the same after he fought Maidana, and he didn't knock him out.
Yeah, he ended Adrian Broner's greatness.
Took a lot of punishment, yo.
He beat his ass that fight too. It was bad because he was talking shit and then got his ass whooped. I was like, damn, yo, he really was doing them bad, yo. And I was like,
now, can I say something to you real quick, Mike? This is exactly what you were saying to me about the Ravens, where I am with boxing. Yo, like people be like, man, in the 7th round, man, he fucking hit him with that 1-2-7 and shit. That nigga I can't remember who fought who, and like when some people be like, yo, you remember when Shane Mosley fought Floyd? I'd be like, all right, yeah, oh yeah, I remember that.
Press A though. That's press A.
Yeah.
Like, be able to give that analysis.
press A is
Fight fans be fight fans, and then they get mad at casual fight fans too. So I don't usually say shit. I just be like, yeah, you right, yeah.
Like, you don't see how he dropping his left every time he get in close. Like, yo. I really didn't peep
Keep that left too low. About to get knocked the fuck out, and then that round, make it done.
I like that though.
Yo,
that was a great part.
Y'all see that boxing game that's gonna come out? Esports Boxing Club, yo.
We've been talking about that for years now.
Like,
literally.
yo.
Shout out to E from Twitter who put us on to it years ago.
Yeah,
we've been following that. I'm waiting for that.
Did you saw the shit last week? Yeah.
The release of the gameplay. I can't fucking wait.
Me neither. Yeah.
I just hope the motions aren't too stiff, yo. A stiff boxing game might not be. It got to be slippery. They really need to work on the physics of it.
Remember,
boxing,
we were looking at
clunky now.
We were looking at too many
fighting styles. There's too much stuff they can do.
We were looking at Tyson Fury versus Wilder in that little clip that they gave to us, and a couple other little clips they gave throughout it. But it was mainly them as the newer release, I guess, of the show of the motion. So it was just showing their range alone. It wasn't showing everybody else. They were just showing like how we captured everything from them, at least.
I saw the just the clip.
I'm excited. I still don't believe that shit. I don't want it to be clunky. For some reason, I feel like it's a scam.
I thoroughly agree with you. I'm trying not to. But it's too many people who's involved.
I've been saying that for months, years now, damn near. Yeah. I was like, yo, this feel like a scam.
Yeah. But this is what I'm going to ask you, though, because with boxing games, I think the most important thing is the physics.
Yes.
So would you rather it be stiff to a degree, but every bump is accounted for, or would you rather it be fluid and it has some clipping and your hand go through his head to maintain the fluidity of the animations? I'm asking,
good question.
Like philosophically, what do you think would be a better gameplay experience?
I want it to be like Fight Night Champions with like more like I guess physics as far as motion, like how you affect it, how they parry a punch, how counters hit, everything like that.
The power
and
on the
defensive
punch.
stances, you gotta have all that shit now, like because there's so many dudes that fight so many different ways. Because you could come up like Canelo like this. There's certain dudes that got different stances. I even seen a dude like this recently
on the 1903 side of the game.
This nigga was he really was like on some shit like this.
Jack Johnson.
He got his ass beat, but
how they fighting over there.
But they was in England. They was in England type shit. I'm like,
that's why Conor McGregor's man hilarious. He really fight like the fighting Irish.
Yeah, like yo, relax, yo. That's not a good stance. That's not a good stance.
He'll put a nigga down though. I respect him for doing that.
Put him up.
But yeah, I just want like the physics and footwork too. Cause it's like what I realized, and Zay, you one of the first people you don't even realize because you've been at fights at my people's crib like since damn near probably high school for real. Like this was a long time ago.
Been doing that for years.
You was one of the people that showed me like how important a boxer's footwork is. And they're like they're like knowledge of the ring and like floor spacing. Like the ones that are better at that, they need to make that like a stat. Like Canelo could be on the ropes and then just turn around and be like way away from you. You know what I mean? Gennady Golovkin is nice like that. Like people be talking shit about him. I'm like,
that's why their fights are so seismic.
Honestly, I feel like could Golovkin fight the Charlo twin?
He could, but that's.
I feel like he would
putting
beat
that
him.
Charlo
I feel like
twin
I feel like
down.
Gennady
Yeah, he putting
Golovkin
him
would beat
down.
his ass.
I like that you brought up footwork because people, when they think of footwork, they just think of Floyd Mayweather
Yeah.
dancing around the ring.
No,
which is
you need
fantastic.
all types.
But that's why Golovkin is good because his footwork, he's the complete opposite as
Spacing.
far as speed wise and up on his toes, but he knows his foot placement when it comes to it. So it's like, it's a whole deep dive.
When I
But
stand
the
here,
footwork is
I'ma
like the
let
key,
this
yo.
go.
Like,
But
That's
if
gonna
he
be so
land
hard
here,
if they can
I'ma
have
let
it where
that
you
go.
can really like.
I'm not gonna hold you. That footwork shit is big though.
Yeah.
Cause I was doing that title boxing shit for a little bit. Like that's just some. That's not even amateur shit. That's just literally some shit anybody could do.
Yeah.
You get out there, you start working around the bag, you throwing punches, you realize you out of placement a little bit. The punch look crazy.
Yeah.
Because
all
if
that
you don't
stuff
got
is
the foot
important.
placement on it, it's
Why you
not
think they be
coming
having
off.
like the little thing where they like duck underneath
That's why
the
niggas
rope,
be
like,
getting
all
knocked the
day and
fuck
do all
out
kinds of stuff
outside.
like
They don't
that.
have no
Footwork is
footwork.
That's what I'm saying.
important thing.
Imagine your feet being out of place and somebody hits you. Even if you see it, yo,
It's gonna fold you.
that's how you get dropped, yo.
Yeah.
You just can't
Yeah.
focus on keeping yourself.
That's why I
up.
knew Amir Khan was going down. I knew it from the top of the fucking
Nah, he got
fight.
his ass beat, yo.
6th round. He went down in the 6th round.
Yeah.
Stopped it. He was beating his ass.
I feel like it's so many lanes on the internet these days, though, guys. I saw a video of what looked like a pork chop being cooked by molten lava, yo.
I did see that.
Somebody like put like some lava. I'm like, where did this nigga just
Cut
have
it. It looked like
lava?
it's tender.
Where did he have
Ready
lava
lava?
on register?
He knew what
He
the
just had
degree-
lava in the crib.
I would
How do you
have to
keep it that
assume-
hot?
I
What
would
did he
have
have
to-
to create lava
I would have to
and put it
assume
on his pork chop?
that he understands what the temperature is, so whatever mechanism he has to recreate that.
Yo, to get something lava hot is crazy.
What is lava hot?
I don't know, but apparently it burns you when it's close to you. It don't even got to be on you. Like that shit could be like if it's a movies make it seem like you could be close as shit to an exploding
Yeah.
volcano. They like no, you had like 3rd-degree
Everything
burns.
that
if
I've
you near
heard,
that
yeah.
motherfucker. Like
Yeah.
You will
That
your
shit
skin
will really-
falling off if you that close.
that's why I know I want to see one from like the distance, but I'm black. I don't want to be up on no fucking volcano. They be like it hasn't been active in years, but it could
I
get
actually
active
have.
at any time. Like
I actually
nah,
have.
nigga.
I had some homeboys.
I'm
that
good. I
actually
don't want to
climbed
die,
that-
yo.
That volcano.
I'll watch from the where I could jump in a whip and get away. I
Yeah.
don't want to see the molten lava.
I've done
yo.
it actually, so I can't say that I wouldn't do it. I've actually done it. I've been around an active volcano before,
this
or
is
not
an
active,
topic.
but a volcano. Is
A
there.
volcano.
Non-active volcano.
So y'all,
That bitch went off about 2 years later. Though.
damn, nigga, and it was somebody
Yes.
walking right there.
Yo, we went up that shit. Nah, man, that's
Niggas
just
just
wild.
straight got
dog.
singed like a
That's
Mortal
never-
Kombat
that's it for them.
fatality.
I
Never.
hope they didn't have a tour that day. Because you
Yo.
know they have volcano tours.
Shit
nigga.
started shaking.
You
He
go up
was
the side
running
of
and
a
the lava was
volcano.
coming behind him.
Nigga, can
I
you
wonder how
imagine?
long in advance they could detect, like, if it's going to erupt.
It's
or
got to
if it
be
just
something
happened.
to let them know.
Like the little
At
squiggly
least around this time,
seismographer,
we
or
shouldn't
whatever it's
do it.
called.
When the platelets start shifting. Nigga said some shit he learned in elementary. Yo, when they was
Don't know
learning
shit.
the ring.
All I know is photosynthesis, nigga. All I know is photosynthesis.
So when the tide-
I remember that the water gets sucked up by the clouds. That's why we get rain and shit. Photosynthesis.
Nigga,
No,
you
that's the flowers. The flowers take photosynthesis.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
how they get their food. My bad.
Speaking
That's
of,
from the sunlight. I'm all wrong.
Speaking of daring, like like shit you can do now that we talking about he walked on a volcano.
Yeah.
So would y'all go like you ever see like those things
No.
like where it's under where you like
No.
jump in the water and like swim under and you could like get into like one of them little cavern type situations and it's like a cave type.
I don't even know why you asked me that. I'm thalassophobic, nigga. Why would I jump
Oh
in
yeah,
some
I
shit
be
like
scared
that?
as shit.
I don't like
Every time
water,
I see those
can't
movies
the
where the
bottom
niggas
of.
end up getting stuck, I be like, that was. I
It
felt
was
like
dumb,
that was gonna
nigga.
happen the
You
whole
deserve
time.
to get
Like,
stuck there, or it's a fucking mutant down there that's about
yeah,
to eat
Gotta
everybody.
hold your breath for a minute and a half. All we gotta do is just hold our breath for a minute and
I'm not
we'll
fucking
be in there.
Nah, yo.
You don't want that kind of rush.
I'm straight on adrenaline. Like
I
as
thought about
a pastime.
skydiving for a long time.
And then what happened?
I'm
Didn't
straight
do
on
it.
adrenaline.
Thank you.
Still haven't
Good,
done it.
Good.
I still think about it from time to time. It'll cross my mind.
Do just
It'll
that.
be like that.
Do only that, my man.
Just cross the mind.
just-
Don't
it's
let it do
just-
anything more than cross my mind.
It's just
It's so fucking crazy. Why are people jumping out of planes?
Dangerous. Extremely dangerous for no reason. Putting yourself in peril. Why would you want to do that?
you know, I've suffered some gruesome injuries in my life.
Oh,
and
yeah, you've told me about that.
do not have any desire to do that again. And I don't care
I respect that.
I just don't know what the payoff could be. It's like I really want to play pickup basketball again. Like I really want to house niggas. Like at some, I just don't want to tear my Achilles, yo. I don't want to. I don't want to do that again. Some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
As a person with responsibilities, we've talked about this before on our podcast.
Yeah, you gotta realize those.
What
things.
Hollywood JB said? Hollywood.
level injuries.
Yeah, I'm saying that shit come up on the ticker that I done tore my ACL. I'm gonna be out for 8 to 12 weeks. No, I don't need that now.
Yeah.
Not at
That's
this age.
hilarious.
Months, yo.
Nigga, that's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing. But that's what's crazy is like I don't know what the recovery time is they give you just to go back to civilian life, and like your job will be like, hey, I got surgery to reconstruct my knee. But all right, well, you be back in like a month, right? You can work from your desk with your leg propped up, can't you? And it's just like, I guess I can. Yeah, I do need to eat, don't I? But that's when I guess you need Aflac or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's all the people who play pickup sports, like as adults, and play hard, like y'all are savages,
Let's get
yo.
it. Rolling the dice.
Y'all are savages,
I
yo.
remember
Rolling the
hearing
dice,
about
nigga
shit.
said.
One of my guys, I'm not gonna get his name out on here, but we had a softball league.
Yeah.
And he played that shit. He was going too hard. He was running, right? And the nigga threw the ball going to first base trying to do like a double play type joint, and he was coming to second base, my guy. He ended up taking the ball to the face, though.
Damn.
Broke his whole shit right here. He came into work, he had the whole shit. It was like black, a little swollen on his eyes and shit.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that at this age.
Yeah,
I could
it's
risk
too dangerous.
having something like that happen
Too
to
much
me.
risk for no
I didn't
reward.
expect him to come into work. I was like, yo, what happened? I thought somebody beat on him. Like, I was like, yo, well, how did
He
you
really
get
got
that?
mugged and shit.
It was bad.
And softball
He was
was
like, yo, the
the
nigga
safe
just
one.
couldn't throw. Yes.
Right.
That big ass ball though, if nigga don't know what he doing when he throwing the ball, because some niggas don't know how to throw.
Yeah.
Well, also, usually when you turn in two, you imagine somebody's gonna be sliding into second base, which he probably wasn't doing in
And
the
he
old
probably
man
wasn't.
softball league. So he probably
Came
just
through, caught one to the eyeball.
charge it to the game.
Put him down.
One of a place I used to work for, we did a staff flag football tournament that wound up being probably the worst decision that we ever could have made.
Yeah, that makes sense though.
Yeah.
Like that, you don't know everybody.
Co-ed,
Yeah.
like all age groups. My one man.
That motherfucker come out there and have a heart attack or some crazy shit.
Yo, my one man got tangled up with with my boss. He got tangled up towards MCL.
Damn.
Then this other chick, she
Damn, it continued?
she was
After the
They
MC?
kept it rolling after that MCO.
she was
Tore
backpedaling.
MCO.
She was backpedaling. We was at you know where that little indoor field is right there on Boston Street by Target. It's right in Canton and shit, right by the water.
Okay.
It's
I know the area, but I don't know.
Yeah, anybody who knows the area, they know what I'm talking about. It's a little indoor field right there in the corner. And she was backpedaling, and I guess she just wasn't used to backpedaling athletically.
Nobody is.
And she just fell backwards and put her arms out and broke both her wrists.
Oh wow!
Just broke both her wrists.
Wowzers! That was the worst work
That's
event
why I
of all
always say
time.
you got to get outside and do some shit before you
Jesus.
just go play sports like
Fam.
that. You
I
can't
was-
backpedal. Backpedal is not a natural thing to do.
Yo, and they were looking at me to be like, oh, well, Desmond played and he did all this. I was like, yo, I have a 5-yard radius in the middle of the field, and I'm not running no routes, yo. Like, I'm a check down.
Put the hand on him a little bit at
Jason
5.
waiting at the end of his
I'm a check down. And
That's it.
I'm standing in front of the QB like, what Mississippi? 2 Mississippi.
Yeah.
1 explosive movement per 5 downs, maybe, yo. I might
exactly.
slide here. I
Gotta
did.
be careful.
And this is what happens, Rich. You spend so much fucking time away from the field.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're around all these women and people who never played.
You amped.
Now all of a sudden the juices is flowing. Now all of a sudden I'm running a 60-yard pick six back, high stepping from the 30.
Yeah.
Facts. Oh, now all of a sudden I'm making coworkers fall to the ground with just little shoulder fakes and shit. I'm not nice with the ball in my hands like that. This is facts.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have him on the podcast again. Remember my guy Pax?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have him on here to talk about his recent injury in flag football.
I would never play flag.
Shout
Yo.
out
have him
Pax,
on
I
here
hope
to
you
talk
get
about
quick,
that.
get better quickly.
He just
bro.
had surgery.
Yo,
Jesus
That's all I'm
Christ! I hope
saying.
you get better quickly.
He's good.
bro.
He's good though. He's good.
All right.
He's good.
if you playing football, you might as well put the
He's
pads
going
on.
on. He's still going on vacay with us soon. I'm excited. He's going to see my guy. He can't do some things because of that.
Nah, yo. If you playing football,
You can't be
put the
tearing
pads
your
on.
ACL at 32 that you ain't played sports since high school.
You don't get the same recovery.
No,
rehab
that's
is-
you seeing the
They be
rehab
having
of a
Kobe and niggas
professional
like that in
athlete.
hyperbolic
That's a
chambers
professional
with fucking,
athlete's
somebody
recovery.
massaging the back of your leg like this.
Like, bro,
No,
that dude's
nigga.
doing it all day, every day,
That
and
man
getting
is a
paid.
yes.
Kobe in Switzerland
Yeah.
getting fucking
Yeah.
Mars attacks
Yeah.
guns on his knees.
Yeah, they dip him in the hyperbolic chamber, then they pull him out.
They come out Han
somebody
Solo.
massage right on the Achilles tendon
Only
like
take
this
off
for
just
2 hours.
enough. Just enough.
He be sweating with a towel down there.
They put stem cells
Everything
in his
okay,
leg and
Mr.
shit,
Kobe?
man.
Exactly, yo. Like when Kobe, God rest his soul, went to Germany, yo.
That's what I'm saying.
He just touched up.
Yeah.
Experimental.
I think he went and sent Dwayne Wade went there because Kobe referred him.
Yep.
And then Dwayne Wade.
They
his
call
knees
it the
was going
Kobe
to
knee
crack, like,
surgery.
3 years before he retired.
Yeah.
And then his knees kind of came back again. Yo.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
ain't going to Germany to get your knees.
The 3-hour
fixed,
knee
yo.
rub downs, yo.
Kobe got his knees done. He sacrificed his finger to get the knees done, and straight averaged like 32 a game in
Hey,
07
man.
or whatever it was.
The game is the game.
He was nice though, yo. He was still nice that year because he was on
What?
cover of the
He
next
went to Germany
2K.
and then he came back
What?
and banged on all the Nets when they got like all the
Yeah.
dudes from the Lakers.
Exactly.
He was like 36 or 5
Yeah,
or something.
he was
like that.
Exactly.
Yo.
You think it was experimental animal replacement, like we
Probably.
was talking about at the
Yeah.
time?
Animal replacement knees.
Alter carbon, yeah.
Goat knee, yo.
He got goat knees.
Goat knees.
knees.
Goat tendons.
This might be named goat knees. I'm not even gonna hold you. This funny as shit, dog.
Goat knees. Pause.
Yo. And while we kind of in our basketball ask bag, because we was talking about the ACL tears and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Shout out Press Day, yo, for posting that infamous picture of Jordan, yo. You posted a post with 4 pics of him with Jordan with the 5th walking down the strip, yo, just looking like he was on just
I
like...
thought you was talking about the cheek grab.
Nah,
my
I was
man
talking about the red eyes,
solidified
bro,
it.
when he was smacked walking with the 5th in hand, yo.
You know what I'm saying? I got you.
Absolutely,
Shit
yo.
was hilarious.
Absolutely, yo.
MJ was lit at
MJ,
75 anniversary.
Yo, MJ just
Listen,
rubbed.
Never seen him so friendly.
At
in my
one
life.
point in my life, I had a chain on and I
That
took
the
off
people
from the
up-
foul line. So I can grab
Oh, you
cheeks, I can do whatever the fuck I want to do on the court.
Yo, Jordan.
Don't talk to me.
Jordan really showed you in 98 seconds worth of clips what the GOAT is, yo.
Yeah.
Like we didn't get to see Ali walking around. We didn't get to see Will. We didn't get to see Michael Jackson
Yeah, that's
in the
right.
80s type shit. Like he came back in one day in today's day and age, all them cell phone cameras and just straight said, "Come in, man. Where you been all my life?"
And set just different trends, yo. Just from that moment to his other shit he did, as far as like hugging one nigga. He saw a car, Anthony Towns, and just pointed at this nigga like, I don't really know this nigga.
Yo.
Nice,
But he's the
Yo,
Like,
he
you
really
doing
walked
shit
up
like
and
that.
sized everybody up and
Yo,
was like,
he
"Oh, you
doing
still a
whatever
whole
the
ass
fuck he wanted
nigga."
to do, dog.
I love
I
that.
love that
You
shit,
saw how
man.
excited LeBron was just to
Oh
get
my
that
God.
embrace. Because
Yeah.
they've talked to each other before, but to get that embrace, I'm pretty sure that's never quite happened. Like
On that stage,
everybody
yeah.
was just excited to see MJ.
Yeah.
Nobody, I didn't think he was coming.
And The Last Dance was such a great doc, yo. He just
Yeah.
he had to pop
MJ's
out.
that dude, yo.
Yeah, he is, man. And you know what's funny, man? And when he, I saw somebody, I don't remember who it was who said it, but somebody on some social media said just noticing how much looser Jordan has been since he spoke at Kobe's funeral and since The Last Dance is crazy because like you see him even when he's up in the booth in Charlotte, it's like he looks like he's having fun even though they losing.
And he be
Like, he looks
wilding
like
out
he's
when they
living
lose.
life, yo.
'Cause I used to
He
talk
be wilding
about
out
it,
when they
though, when
lose.
he used to sit on the bench, he used to like he was ready to hop in the
He was raved, yo.
You want to sit up top somewhere, yo.
Hold up,
He
real
was ready to suit up a few
He
times.
called me twice in a row. Hold on. Can we pause it real quick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man. We back.
Oh yeah. So yeah, he just had to tell Jordan, you know, to go up in the stands. But it was nice to see Jordan getting active out there as well.
Yeah.
My bad, real quick. Can we just talk about real quick how he challenged
Magic Johnson.
that one-on-one.
Yeah.
It was dead serious, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, want that fade.
Yeah.
He wanted that work, yo.
Yeah.
You want that fade
Yeah.
right there.
That was the only time I seen him serious.
The thing is, I would have accepted
Yo, reverted
watching
that.
that game over watching what I saw as far as the highlights from that dunk contest. I didn't even see
That
the dunk
one-on-one would be
contest.
legendary.
Man, it's sometimes.
I heard it was trash though. Worst shit ever.
I dropped cable a few years ago. All-Star Weekend, one of the times I really missed cable. For, first couple weeks of the playoffs and shit. But like, man, I caught them highlights of them dunks, and I was like,
Terrible
nah, bro.
It's alternatives, bro.
Yeah.
I don't have cable either.
Did he lace the Timbs all the way up to the top?
I don't think he did.
I don't even know, yo. What made it so horrible is some of them dunks were solid. It's that it took way too many attempts. You know,
That's
normally
what I
there's
heard.
one or two people at dunk contest that just, it's like, yo, y'all just missing too many. It was
Yep.
everybody.
Yeah.
Bro.
I heard.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah, I talked about it on mine
That's
this week.
unfortunate, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Going
Do you remember when Birdman was in the dunk contest?
Yeah.
And he tried that one dunk like 14 times,
He was
yo.
like the first person, and then they changed the rule.
Exactly,
Yeah,
yo.
he was the first. Now it's the
Exactly.
second
And they changed the rule like every 2 years now.
Yeah.
I feel like they changed the name and the rules trash, man.
now. Everybody was Birdman last time.
Wasn't it ill?
Birdman.
Birdman.
Shaq, man.
Yo, Shaq coined so many
Shaq is a
NBA
legend,
terms, yo.
Yo.
Yo, he
Barbecue chicken was like the funniest
Yes,
thing that
yo.
we used
Barbecue
in, like,
chicken
in 09.
alert.
That's my little thing
I
on
used to be
2K.
saying barbecue chicken when we used to go hoop with the homies. Like we'd go up to that
Get
spot.
with the
If you
chicken
fry
wing.
somebody, barbecue chicken, yo.
He named Paul Pierce the truth, yo.
I didn't even realize that.
That's hard. That's
yeah.
iconic, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
Shaq.
big cat, the big Shaq. This, yo. He
Yeah.
used to give himself like a million names, yo.
Yo, he has like 12 million names.
I think he
was
did
hard,
dub
yo.
himself Superman for the most part.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shaq was just cool all around.
Do we have any dissent on whether Dwight Howard should be in the Hall of Fame?
I mean, he took Orlando to the championship. They didn't win, but
Lakers.
I've seen an odd amount of people trying to argue for Dwight Howard being in the Hall of Fame recently.
I was trying to figure out how
he was
did
great when he was good.
Do you believe Tracy McGrady should be in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
5,000%. I can't give it no.
Yes.
Just from that 13 seconds.
Yeah.
What was it? 13 seconds left? Like,
Not even no.
how many seconds was left? He scored like 13 points.
It's
or
for
something
like
that. He was wilding.
To me, it's for like
I think it was like maybe
300 straight games of scoring 30-something points in a row. But it's like Tracy McGrady. The question is who else has to go in before Tracy McGrady goes in. I think.
Tracy's in.
I know, but I'm saying from the standpoint of your question, like I don't know. I don't know if Dwight shouldn't be in, but I wouldn't vote for him to be in.
He's in.
You think so?
He has to be in. He was a defensive player like 3 times.
Like 3 times, yeah.
Led his team to the
Yeah.
finals.
Yeah.
He lost to Kobe. I mean,
Yeah.
Kobe was extremely humble. That was Kobe's 4th ring.
Yeah.
I don't disagree. I hate Dwight Howard's
I know,
career
I know
progression.
his personal opinion. Be putting his
He
mouth,
just
but
always was a
definitely
goofy
deserving,
dude.
you know?
No, I hate his career progression. I just hate that he never got better. You know what I'm saying? Like I hate that he never developed a dominant post game.
Yeah.
And we talking about Shaq.
It's because he used to hoop in ankle socks.
But you got he was
It's 'cause he used to hoop in
the
ankle
best
socks.
big man for a number of years in the NBA at one point.
Especially while Tim Duncan was still
Bro,
there.
that's legit. Yeah, like you gotta give him a lot of credit for that.
Tim Duncan was amazing.
But I was saying I never thought Dwight was better than Tim Duncan. You know what I'm saying? It was like
no.
it was like when. But I'm saying like a lot of people did because Dwight could just alley oop over 3 people a game, and I'm like, and then not Dwight, what's his name off the Clippers? Blake. I feel like made you forget how nice Dwight was dunking. Then Dwight got hurt, and he stopped wanting to play basketball as soon as he saw what it took to play with Kobe.
Yeah,
Man.
That's what disqualifies him to me. Is I'm just like, yo, like not that he's not gonna get in, but like personally, I'm like, man, get Dwight out of here, yo.
The Pro Basketball Hall of Fame joint, or the Naismith or whatever, is the easiest one to get in.
Yeah.
You definitely should get in.
The baseball and the football one should be completely abolished.
Think so?
Baseball worse. They're the worst.
The whole
I
don't even get me
enjoy
started.
watching Fred Taylor squirm a little bit when they ask him questions about it because I think he should be in there. But,
Fred Taylor is my favorite running back of all time. Yeah.
So I enjoy watching him get asked the question, yo, did you watch I Am Athlete? Have you been watching the progression of what has been happening recently?
So,
You'll watch. So we ain't got to go into heavy detail, but this shit is beautiful. The blitz that's coming from the pivot. Them niggas is on Brandon Marshall's head.
yeah, it's
But
unfortunate.
we don't got to go too much
It's
into those
unfortunate.
details because y'all don't watch it, and it don't make sense if you don't watch it.
Nah, Brandon Marshall.
I definitely seen the pivot came out.
Fam.
It couldn't work.
They've been going in, though. And they've been talking about it.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They've been actually talking about the situation.
I just watched clips.
I think they about to sue somebody. I think somebody might get sued soon.
But Fred Taylor cool though. Like he's been cool about the whole shit. And man, if anybody who's listening or watching is not familiar with how nice Fred Taylor was on the Jaguars for like 10 straight years, yo, he was so fucking nice, yo.
He used
Fred
to give us
Taylor.
problems.
When did he
God.
Stop playing?
He played for a while actually. I
Because
think
he went to the
he
Patriots for a
yeah.
second, for a little stretch.
Fred Taylor came in the league in like 95, so he probably would have played. He played like 15 years. He probably.
See,
Running
I
back.
can't even say I was an avid football watcher until like Probably like 09,
You knew
yo.
Fred Taylor, though.
09. I knew who he was, but it was like I only knew the
Go
top
look at
guys. I
Fred
could never
Taylor
be like
highlights.
Yo, there's a
Maybe,
channel.
alright.
There's a channel on YouTube called JSN Highlights. It is single-handedly the best football highlight channel of all time because most of the footage is like NFL primetime or the actual game, and it's not slow motion. And then John Elway found Shannon Sharp, and it's the actual highlights, or it's Chris Berman, and from with the music, it's fucking amazing, yeah. And it'd be the highlights of just like 7-yard runs where it'd be like, oh, you forgot how nice Natron Means was for 2 years or some random shit like that. Yo, it's just get lost in that shit for real, yeah.
Check that out for sure. But Brandon Marshall, man, disappointing. Disappointing to see what he became a little bit. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yo.
Yeah, it upsets me.
This is completely left field because I don't know anything about that.
Can we stay on the sports just a little bit? Because I want to roast Press Day just a second.
Yeah.
With the Knicks. Because I watched the Knicks play last
That's your
night.
squad, son?
Yeah.
Damn, son.
What's up
Sorry,
with your
son.
boy Julius Randle and what's up with Kemba Walker?
Well, Julius is not my boy.
That's why I said
Yeah, he always
I rock
hated it.
with
What's up with Kemba?
Bronx, salute.
Okay.
But listen, they suck. But you see my guy RJ.
I
keep-
seen
when
him.
I keep
Crazy.
saying for a while.
Damn. He had
turn
30 in the
team
first
over
half.
To him, yo.
Yeah.
He went
almost
crazy
had-
yesterday.
He was
had
going wild
26.
last night.
He was going crazy.
Yeah, he went
You
crazy.
gotta get him and,
I was hyped watching it, but I had to bring up Julius, yo.
Yo, what happened to him?
My son was 2 for 13 at one
got the
point
check.
that night.
Was that what it was?
Got that check.
Man, I still can't believe that Kobe had all of them, and they just fucked it up for him in them last couple years, yo.
Yeah, man.
I hate
But
that.
we go ahead to your next side.
Oh no, this was random because you brought Thin Mint Oreo cookies through. I think the first time you came.
That's
through the
hilarious.
podcast.
Good as hell.
That's
I remember
hilarious.
that. I remember that.
And specifically because I knew you was coming on, I copped some Oreos this week, and I had the birthday cake Oreos. I was like, this is
Yeah.
my first time having these. They're
Okay.
actually pretty good. I
Yeah.
think you guys should not. The Thin Mints was fire because that's
Yeah.
like a very
How much
slept
did
on.
you,
Nobody.
how
would
many
know.
did you
Yeah,
cop? Just the whole thing? The whole, like,
Yeah,
3-pack? Like the
nigga,
whole,
I ate like that whole
4-pack?
shit throughout the week. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was smacking that. That shit was delicious.
The birthday cake ones sometimes can become too much
They
because they
wild
got
sweet.
whole sprinkles inside
Wild
them.
sweet,
butts,
you gotta
yeah.
eat like two at a
Exactly,
time. Yeah,
exactly.
you
That's
can't-
why
it's
the
not
thins-
Like the old Oreos, yeah.
The
like,
thins you get like the same stack of Oreos you would reach into the and pull out, but it's thins, so
The
you get
half part of it.
like 3 extra. You know what I'm saying? It's 9mm instead of 45 and shit. It's better.
That's hilarious.
They
That's
strategic
make
with it,
some more
you know what I'm
stackable.
It's a double stack.
hilarious,
Double
yo.
stack magazine. Shout out to the gun nuts.
Nah, bro. And my one homegirl, we was talking, and we were talking about, and we had a long discussion about, well, not a long discussion, I was lying, but it was a text conversation. It was hilarious about pronouncing the S at the end of shrimp. So like pronouncing it shrimps.
Okay.
And we
That's
just had a long.
I think
it was-
that's the
I'm
thing
like,
that black people do. They put that S on there.
Why,
and stuff.
yo?
Just
Why
in
are we
general.
adding that,
like
yo?
Joe Buttons. Or,
I think
you know what I'm
that's
saying?
what
Like,
we-
that's just what
Why are
do
we
in
adding the
general.
S on the shrimp though?
I don't know. I never did. I never
We
did
could.
that.
We
Can
could
we?
stop.
I
We
would
could
like to
stop.
open a even deeper conversation in why are we eating shrimp? Period.
I mean, what is it? Because they're the bottom feeders of the ocean kind of situation.
For all shellfish. Period. There.
It's
Why,
so delicious.
why are we
That's
eating
why.
shellfish?
It's because it's delicious. That's
I heard it's
why.
terrible.
There's sea roaches.
Delicious roaches.
I don't eat them.
Granted, I'm not a big crab guy, but I love shrimp.
love a good shrimp fried rice.
I was
man.
sad when CJ's closed down and I couldn't get the steamed shrimp.
I'm okay admitting that.
You don't have
The
to
thing is
feel
moderation.
judged.
You got to do moderation. Like you can eat just about anything as long as you're not eating that shit every day. If you eating shrimp every fucking day, you're wilding out. What are you doing?
Yo,
Too much.
I don't think Jesus likes for people to eat shrimp. If I remember correctly.
Well, you know what I'm saying? To each his own. That's all I say on that one. I won't go
No, I'm
too deep
kidding,
on
no
that
kidding, man.
subject.
But I don't really mess with. I've never messed with shellfish, and I've only ever lived in Boston and Baltimore, so it's crazy that I
How
don't
about
like
crabs? You don't like crabs?
I like crab cakes. You know what I'm saying? I like crab dip. I don't like. I'm not about
like
to
the
sit up there.
process of
No,
crabs?
absolutely not.
I'm all crab gang.
Nah. So would you eat a soft shell crab?
No. I haven't, but I heard it's good.
I just had one for that was Valentine's Day weekend.
Yeah.
For the first time. It was solid.
Yo, I feel like the shell would be like eating fingernails, bro.
It's not like something I would get all the time, but it was solid.
What a fucking description.
That was like-
That's why it turns me off, son.
If you fry it, it thins out. It's definitely like a fingernail type. Was it like that?
It was
It
interesting.
he was writing the description. He didn't want to say it. That's funny as hell. That's
He said it was
funny
still
as
banging
shit.
though. So
Hey man, hey.
It was straight. Like I wouldn't, like I said,
Yeah.
I wouldn't keep ordering it like that. But like I'm like, all right, it was cool.
Yeah, dog. I eat Big Macs, so I don't shit talk anybody.
Yeah, you
know what I'm saying? I eat McDonald's.
I've never had a Big Mac.
So I'm disqualified from judging.
You got children, though, son, or a child.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that shit is different.
Is it?
Yeah, that's cheap. I ain't gonna hold you. Yo, McDonald's will get you some shit.
But it's not
Like,
even cheap no more, Rich.
It's not cheap no more.
Rich, you're actually Rich. You're showing how disconnected you are from the people right now. You're actually showing how
I don't have kids and shit. I'm completely disconnected
son.
from everything.
You're hoping now that you can
It's not
fucking
cheap
come
no
in
more.
sub $20 for 3 people.
Gotta
Yeah.
be cheap though.
Yo, if you're prepared to eat two cheeseburgers, 2 single cheeseburgers, and a small fry and a drink of any
What's
size,
costing?
that's like $5. That's like $5
Oh yeah, they bugging out.
for a single. McDoubles now is 2 for $3.75 or some shit. My
Oh,
nigga.
they tripping. Them shits was
And
99 cents at one point.
And if you try to get the mac sauce on them, they want to throw an extra 37 cents on
They
them.
charging
Shit.
for the sauces?
It's retarded, bro.
No,
it's
we gotta
ridiculous,
talk,
yo.
man.
Always
Because they
upcharge
charge.
pickles
Did you
and
buy one of
sauces and
them
shit.
stackable joints that they got, the surf and turf and all that shit they got? You ain't buy one of them.
Now you really disrespecting me, yo. Now you really acting like I'm not a civilized human, yo. I'm admitting that I eat at McDonald's, yo, but you really kind of
I just had
disrespecting
to
me.
see. I had to ask for the
I-
podcast, but I give.
I'm not little enough to not feel assaulted by that,
my
Rich
bad.
Minor.
My bad. That's totally my fault. I should have seen you as a human being. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I like that. That was
That's
hilarious.
funny as hell, nigga.
That's
'Cause
it.
no human shit. Why are you eating that?
Yo, say,
Don't nobody
hold
eat
up.
that shit.
That's
It's too
fucking
much.
hilarious.
That is way too much happening.
You know what happened, bro? Do you remember when KFC came out with the KFC Double Down sandwich, yo? When it was two
Oh,
chicken
the
patties
patties is nuts.
and the bacon and the cheese
Yep,
and the
Bacon in the middle.
the mac sauce or whatever.
No bread, just
That was my
sandwiches.
21st birthday. That shit came out, son. And I remember like the plan was
That's wild.
we're gonna eat KFC Double Downs and smash beer all night, legal. You know what I'm saying? Like in my apartment up fucking security.
Oh my god, man! That's
And
a hell
yo,
of a
shout out to my man Meatball, yo. We took about 3 bites of that sandwich and was like, hell no, yo, that shit was
chicken patty sandwiches with bacon and shit.
it
in the
was
middle of it. Man.
trash in the booth, yo. But I think ever since then, I never fuck with like the Luther and shit like that when it's like some wild over the top the donut hamburger like Jim Gaffigan.
Yo, you eating donut hamburgers? You just don't care no more.
I can't.
Stop caring
That's
about
it.
life a long
That's when
time
you trying
ago.
to end it
Imagine
all.
a triple baconator with replace the buns with
glazed donuts.
glazed
With some glazed donuts,
Wow,
yo.
heart attack sandwich.
That'll kill you.
I
Nigga
can't
eat
do
that
it.
shit and just
I'm happy
pass
to
out.
hear that though.
Yeah,
That's all
nah, and I'm fucking with you, but nah, I would.
Good podcast
no,
content though. That was a
absolutely.
great delivery on that. That shit was funny as hell. I did not expect you to say that. I'm happy you didn't try that shit.
Of course not.
family, yo.
Of course not. Yeah. The Big Mac meal
Yo.
is all I need, man.
Have you ever seen anybody purchasing one and can describe what the wrapper or like the container looks like?
Fam, I ain't gonna lie to you.
How the
I
container
just wanna
sandwich
see
that
it.
tall?
Was it like that tall?
I don't know, but you know what y'all was saying earlier. You was talking about not having the alerts come off on the cast. I always get the McDonald's alert. It's the fattest, most shameful alert to get when your phone just ding 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 ding. Like my phone just be like, it just be like, nigga, come get a shake, yo, it's free today, and I'll be like, man, them bitches really be sending me the thirst traps, like they really be fucking getting me in there, yo. I'm like, yo,
Oh, coupons
So-
from the Mac Dax.
I got like 17,000 points, nigga. Like it's retarded, yo. Like
My Chick-fil-A like that.
Yeah, yo.
My Chick-fil-A shit.
Yo,
man.
but you talk about
I'm
the
a
prices.
diamond member or some shit like that. I got it. What do they call it? It's like a diamond
diamond
member.
Chick-fil-A
I'm a
member.
diamond Chick-fil-A nigga.
Yo, I didn't even know they had that, yo.
They
That
have
shit don't even
tiers.
pop up as the
That's a tier,
question
nigga.
marks
Let me
on
look at
ours,
it.
yo. You just unlock that
I
bitch
swear
one
to
day.
God, I'm a diamond member or
Got
something like
access to the
that.
They
secret
say you've
secret
ordered
menu.
enough.
Look at my status.
You've ordered enough. We'll let
Signature
you in
member,
for
that's
an
what it's
hour
called.
on Sunday.
There was a Chick-fil-A
signature
one
Chick-fil-A.
signature member.
Yo,
Yo,
a signature
that's really a
Chick-fil-A
status that you
member.
can't
Oh,
apply
God.
for, yo. You just
You
have
gotta
to.
make it to that level.
They
It's
out
a-
there giving
I'm
us
there.
Duck, yo. Like, they get
If I get to
different shit,
10,000, I might maintain.
You got foie
my
gras in
status.
your shit, my nigga. You got the
All
foie
I gotta do
gras,
is get
the
the
caviar.
10,000 points to maintain my signature status. I get shit on my birthday.
This
I
nigga
get
got
all
a
sorts of
Chick-fil-A
shit.
black card.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
you know,
crazy.
where the
Still got the super
ant
Chick-fil-A.
cued me in on
God,
that.
P Chick-fil-A.
Man,
I was red status for years, and I was
I was red
stepping it
status
up.
for years.
Signature gang. You gotta be signature gang.
Yo, That's crazy, yo. Leveling up the Chick-fil-A status levels is wild.
Hey, no.
Yo, climb the ladder gracefully. The
I'm in a Chick-fil-A hall, son.
Yeah.
That's funny as hell, dog.
You come in there and be like, you heard about that new sandwich to the people that's
Fam,
novices?
yeah.
You see the red on that phone, like, you don't
I
even
get it
know
before
about the
anybody
fish,
else
the new
get
fish
it, dog.
sandwiches.
Yo, matter of fact, yo, see, and that's what I was going to say too. You asking me about the packaging. I just pull up in the mobile line.
Mm-hmm.
So I really don't know. Like, they come up and I feel like a kingpin, I ain't gonna front, yo. They really just come up and serve me to work, and whoever's gonna be like, yo, you been good, yo? All right, bet. Yeah. All right, yo, be smooth. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Chick-fil-A got the transactions down pat, yo. They make you feel really good.
yeah, man. Shout out to McDonald's, yo. Like, but I need y'all to stop increasing the price of the brick, yo. Like, y'all margins have not been raised.
I ain't know they
at
went
But you
all.
gotta think, go to the grocery store. Everything high, yo. Everybody taxing now, yo.
This is fair.
Chinese food places, get a dinner combination now. Based
My man
on like
Joe
5 years ago.
Byron.
It's not as you remember that shit? You keep that shit for the whole day, damn near. If you got like a nice dinner combination, like with an egg roll, it's way smaller now.
So my man
They thinned it out.
My man Ant isn't here
Yeah, he eats Chinese food, I know.
to speak on this in tandem with me, but I will echo, why are you eating Chinese food
I
from
love
Chinese
Chinese
restaurants, yo?
I'm on it.
It's delicious.
I'm sorry. I know they destroyed
Granted,
the
and
community. They
with
don't
me
give
now,
shit back to us. They don't
Please
do
come with me to
anything.
McDonald's, yo.
For some reason, I just enjoy that. I don't eat it a lot, though. That's my whole thing. My whole thing is moderation. If I get Chinese food, it's one time every other week, nigga.
But
I
dog,
can't do that shit all
See,
the
I
time.
cook a
'cause
lot. I
it'll
eat
put me
super healthy.
down.
Like, I'll probably get Chinese
It's
food
gonna
like
put
once
me
a month.
down.
but dog, the food is so easy to make yourself.
That
it's
is true.
so easy
I've actually
to make,
made
yo.
some stuff.
You gotta walk, yo.
Date night type joint. Yeah, I gotta walk.
Come on, son. Why are you
should be
leaving it
cooking
up to the
raws.
gods?
My
And
I don't even know what the meat is.
Rich, I ain't gonna. You understand?
Yeah, I
I'm
wanna
not coming
say
at
that.
you crazy, bro. I'm
I
not coming into your house telling you how to live, yo.
That's real.
But I can't make a Big Mac, son, with ease like that, son. I don't
like
have a
I
factory,
could-
son. You can,
like you could
you
make
could
that.
pearl. Nah, I couldn't make a Big
I
Mac.
could make anything in the Chinese. I gotta walk
Can
think
McDonald's
that's
French fries be simulated at home? Is it possible?
because it's not fries.
I've had some
I mean,
legendary
it's not
fries
It's
from
not
home.
potato.
But McDonald's fries.
No, but the air fryer might be able to do something if you get like the right contraption to cut your potato correctly.
But McDonald's fries, son.
I don't know.
I feel like Mike's dodging the question that I'm
No, it
asking.
is tough. It is tough.
It's-
Yeah, hot ones are like
Hot
the most legendary
McDonald's fries is
fries.
nothing like it.
I'm just trying to say that
Yeah,
part, yo. Like,
yeah.
because I feel like I could make a Checkers fry with the right blend of seasonings.
Checkers
or-
fries are delicious too.
And they're the shit, ain't they? But I feel like I could
recreate
figure out how to
that.
freak that right. There's just something about a McDonald's French fry, bro. I don't know.
Hot ones.
I respect your drive for
Not
McDonald's.
overcooked ones
I'm not
either.
going.
I put McDonald's. You see the sticker, yo. Hey, fuck with a nigga.
Get my boy.
Yeah, and if y'all up in the
Fell
prices,
down.
it better not be
Fell
none of
down a
those
little
dark
bit.
brown ass French fries that used to be. You remember you get an overcooked
The
batch, you be
fricassee
extra
fry.
sad,
Hell
yo.
yeah.
It be hella the ends like of the skin
I
that,
hate when it
that
don't
made
be
it through the
seasoned
cutter.
right. I had some unseasoned ones.
I had
like my
seasoned
shit
right.
a little salty.
They usually always salty.
It don't gotta be extra. Cause some people, I've had people with extra.
I can't do the
salt.
extra
Like,
salt,
Extra salt? Nah, just hit me with the regular salt.
Sometimes I'll be real high society and ask for no salt. Sometimes I'll
So
do
you
that.
get the fresh fries.
Yeah, but not usually at a fast food. Like that'll be if I go to like get a sub or if I get a pizza and some fries.
Okay,
there,
so something
I
different.
gotta use the bathroom, bro.
Oh, you want to pause it real quick and then we can close things out?
Yeah, we might as well close it out.
you want-
now.
yeah,
wrap it
Hold
up,
it
man.
long enough.
Let's go ahead and close it out.
You got to plug your podcast, 2 podcasts. Well, the podcast within a podcast.
Just his podcast.
Yeah, man. Yo, the You Heard Me podcast.
Make sure y'all go.
About this. Spotify, iTunes, or Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, I think it's Stitcher, whatever is through buzzsprout.com. So just go to the
Wherever you can
Buzzsprout.
listen
Go to my Twitter at You Heard Me Dog, at You Heard Me DAWG. Des Don't Miss on Twitter. And that's going to be the last time I hype myself up. Yo. Come fuck with nigga.
Bet. Before you do the closeout, Ukraine and that shit is wild. But the mask is off now. So niggas can just go out and raw dog the air. It's up. We up and we stuck. See y'all next year.
And we always got to say rest in peace to Big Reese. We got episode 203 on Coach Class Pod.
203.
They asked me what I'm coaching, right? I said, bro, I'm coaching life. I said, bro, I'm coaching life. They asked me what I'm coaching, right? I said, bro, I'm coaching life. I said, bro, I'm coaching life.